Well, good morning. It's time to wake up to a great show. Now, every weekday we show up here to bring you the very best of lifestyle content and some really, really good food. And of course, we're prepared for a great morning today. My name is Yomi Owope. Titi is away. She's a bit under the weather. And I'm hoping that this morning, hubby can get her some chicken soup on our behalf. And hopefully you'll get better and join us tomorrow. Now, don't forget, right now we're streaming live on Facebook at TVC Connect and of course on our website at tvcontinental.tv. And if you want to participate in the show, you want to tell us how you're feeling about yesterday's match, Super Eagles versus Argentina, let us know. And hopefully we'll get you a new team to support for the rest of the World Cup. Now, breakfast is something we also have this morning for you. And in the kitchen, we have MM. Hey!
Hi, Yomi. How are you doing?
Good, 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 good.
Oh, well, our chef will be joining us later on the show, I guess.
Okay, because I'm seeing an empty tabletop. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, don't worry. Just give it a bit of time.
Okay, all right. All right,
How
excellent.
are you doing, Yomi?
Good, good, I'm good, I'm good. One thing we need to assure you of is that information enriches us always. And that is why we're going to be bringing you some garden tutorials this morning to help you prepare on how to plant pepper by yourself, which is really important now that it's really expensive. We care about your wellness as well, and we're going to be having some insightful discussion about wellness. Don't forget, don't miss the World Cup updates today. Ensure that you keep your comments coming. Mike is going to be going live to Russia. Let's do a little bit of analysis of the World Cup matches.
Following that, we've got Mike, who'll be reading out your social media comments and reaction. This time you get a gift pack from Power Oil. If you answer your questions, the questions correctly, of course. I'm guessing questions will be around the Super Eagles, the matches today.
We'll sort that out in due time.
Why are you looking depressed, Mike?
Who? What? You want to put the pressure on top of me? I'm very okay. After the match, I fried potato and fried egg. It was so sweet.
Unlike a lot of people that did not eat, they lost their appetite after the match.
You see what happened? Yesterday, I had issues because the last time I tried egg sauce, there's a particular egg sauce I was trying.
Yeah.
And last time I tried it was a disaster.
But yesterday, he just walked.
So before the match, I just sat down, brought a bowl and everything, cutting the tomatoes and everything. Everything was just neat as the match was going on. The thing came out so, I was impressed at myself. So, it came out so nice. I don't know how the correlation between losing and that food coming out nice. And I ate well. I felt very bad. Yes, of course. Yeah. I did because it was so close yet. So
it was
far.
So close. Yeah. I mean, just 5 minutes to the end of the match.
So close. And there's a lot I have to say about that. You see, there are many things. Yes, they did okay. They did what they could. But you see, we have to get to a point where we are not comfortable with mediocrity. Yeah. There has to be an inquisition. You see,
it should never be, we almost won. It should never be, we almost did it.
No, but the Super Eagles did well.
No, not
They had a good game. No, they had a good game.
Jared.
We all knew Argentina was going to bring their A game.
Do you think that's why Titi decided that, you know what? Look,
we knew Argentina was going to bring their A game. I'm not even in the mood
to smile today.
Yeah, like... Well, yeah, let's give it to them. I think they did well.
You see, Ulugu, you're saying this thing, if we don't expect more, we will not get more. If we don't demand, look at Argentina. Look, there was a demand. You needed to see Maradona. Maradona had to go to the hospital after that. So there was a demand in the country. There was an expectation. Look, we are bigger than this. That's the worst Argentine team ever in any World Cup. They're so bad. But even at that, they still managed. Going out of the first round was unthinkable.
And one of the things the commentator said, which was very instructive, was that Messi came out hungry.
Yes.
See, he was under pressure.
A lot of pressure. Yeah.
He was under pressure not just from Argentina, but from his
the
international
world.
fans. The whole world is saying, what is wrong with you? So he came out really hungry, came out and, you know.
And all of that. Well, it was about just one of the only few things that could put a smile on our face and all of that. But then it left a really bitter, and like you said, 5 minutes. I mean, at this point in time, there was no extra time. I also blame Gernot Rohr. at that point in time, the defenders were tiring. We had 2 more substitutions left.
Yeah.
You get in like for like, so that you have fresh legs. You see, by that time our guys were tired.
Yeah.
So there were no fresh legs. So there was no extra time. So keeping the 2 substitutions didn't make it. You're not keeping it for something else or something.
Exactly. You should
have
trained them
gotten
earlier.
fresh legs. Somebody in defensive midfield.
Solid guys.
And then Tyrone Ebuehi, he always comes in the second half. He probably would have cut off the run from that wing because he came from the right wing, from the left wing. Pardon me. That's our left wing. Argentina's right wing. Tyrone Ebuehi would have been there.
My wife was so upset. She said, all the 11 players should have just gone to sit in front of the net for the remaining 5 minutes. They should have just gone and sat there.
We played as though, I mean, come on. At that time, you lock shop. It's called, forget it. We have 10 minutes to go. In fact, some people do it from 20 minutes to go.
You just lock down.
1-1, we are qualified. Oh yeah, let's sit down.
Just lock down that's how your own side of the house.
You don't think of playing at that point in time. So I think it was right. Lock up, lock down, change some people, get all your substitutions out, and then, let's see what happens.
Well, I'm not really good with football tactics and how it goes on the pitch, but we had a good game yesterday. I think I enjoyed the game yesterday.
It was good.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was tense.
It was too tense.
I mean, I enjoyed the game yesterday, and I think
I wouldn't recommend that kind of game for people.
It was good.
High blood pressure or anything like that. But right now we have to head on to the news, and Busalami is on standby for us.
Thank you, Yomi. All right, we'll start off now that the police says the death toll in the deadly attack on villages in Plateau State has risen to 100. Former Commissioner of Police in Plateau State, Ondi Ade, gave the official figure before handing over. He's been replaced by Balachi Roma, whose appointment was announced yesterday. The new figure from the police comes 3 days after herdsmen attacked 7 villages in Berkin-Ladi local government area of the state. Locals insist the death toll is way above 100. President Buhari has visited Plateau State to commiserate with the people. His new media aide, Bashir Ahmed, sent out the tweet hours after his plane touched down. You will recall that Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was in the state on Monday, where he urged everyone to work for peace. Former chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, John Oyegun, has officially handed over to the new chairman, Adams Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole promised a periodic review of the party's manifestos to ensure adherence to the social contract between the government and its citizens. The ceremony, which took place at the party's national headquarters in Abuja, witnessed the presence of all the newly elected party officials. Commercial banks in the country said they will further tighten loan conditions in the third quarter of 2018, despite increased lending to the various segments of the economy. Credit to the domestic economy dropped by 5.41%, driven by decline in credit to the government and to the private sector. According to FMDQ report, the excess liquidity in the interbank money market will persist this week as inflow from Federal Accounts Allocation Committee and maturing Nigerian Treasury bills worth 183 billion naira hits the banking system. The report also revealed that the increased lending is driven by favorable economic outlook. The Lagos Police Command has discovered a shrine at the Okpebi and the Bridge area of the state. Police Commissioner Edgar Imohime says such can't be allowed in the state, particularly in a metropolitan area like Okpebi. A number of POS machines were discovered at the shrine.
It's based on a report by the Lagos State Neighborhood Safety Corps, one of our partners in the fight against crime, that the OPC, that's the Odua People's Congress, they had opened a small office here. I've been getting these reports that they make arrests, and rather than take those arrested to police stations, they bring them here and they take them before their shrine for whatever reason. That's trial by ordeal. It's not admissible under our laws, and we have arrested about 2 of them. You know that we've gotten 1 or 2 reports of traffic robberies early in the mornings, where the robbers carried their POX machines and used them to force unsuspecting Lagosians to transfer monies. and such, we are thinking in that line that probably some of these OPC boys are using this for crime. However, we still need to investigate that angle.
And that is all from me for now. I'll be back at the top of the hour for more update. But I'm going to leave you now with the weather update and later back to Yomi for the rest of the program. Bye for now.
It's time for us to take the headlines in the papers, and I've got with me.
Yep. Let's do this.
All right, so we're starting with the Punch, and the headline, "It's unjust to say I'm silent on killings by herdsmen," says Buhari. "President not doing enough to end killings," says Reps. IG removes Plateau Commissioner of Police. Federal government has failed, says CDHR. And here, Plateau killings, Ezekwesili embarks on lone protest to Aso Villa. And don't use Southwest land for cattle ranches, Afenifere tells governors. And finally, banks must get Adeosun's approval before lending to state, says the DMO. All on the cover of the Punch.
All right, on the Daily Sun, we have U.S. demands trial of Plateau killers. Buhari in just calls for prayers to end insecurity. Abaribe freed as courts wash his hand off arrest. Also on the cover of the Daily Sun, we have APC governors pay solidarity visits to Plateau. And for PhD graduates, Wike approves automatic jobs for Rivers PhD graduates. And World Cup, it's over for Eagles. Lose to Argentina 2-1. And that's all on the Daily Sun.
All right, up next is The Guardian. And the headline, Afenifere, Pandef, Atiku, others flay Buhari over restructuring. He's ignorant of Nigeria's challenges, betrays campaign promise. No restructuring, no vote in Niger Delta. And then on the cover of The Guardian, we have a photograph of the State House security operatives stopping former Minister of Education, Obi Ezekwesili, during her peaceful protest against the Plateau killings in Aso Villa yesterday. And finally, choose presidency or Miyetti Allah. Yoruba leaders tell Buhari, president in Plateau lauds government's successes on security. Now, PDP condemns non-arrest of culprits after 48 hours. All on the cover of The Guardian.
And on the cover of The Nation, we have killings. Buhari to put more pressure on security chiefs. And also we have Afenifere won't tolerate ranches. And police warn as Ibadan butchers protest relocation order. Kidnapped kingpin Evans bid to stop trial fails again. And FAN gets 17 vehicles recovered from ICPC. And finally, Ekiti 2018. Tinubu Akonde, others reaffirm support for Fayemi. PDP lawmaker joins APC, and APC candidates smelling defeats, says PDP. And that's all on the cover of The Nation.
All right, up next is the Nigerian Tribune. Buhari in Jos says what happened here is very bad. Over 200 killed. Killers came with sophisticated weapons, says Governor Lalong. Perpetrators should be brought to justice, says the U.S. And finally, CDS deploys additional special forces. New Commissioner of Police takes over. And up here, it's on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune, it says, gird your loins to dislodge Buhari Afenifere tells Nigerians, condemns Plateau attacks, says call for restructuring born out of need to retrieve Nigeria from brink of collapse. Ekiti 2018, Tinubu Akande Adebayo asked Oni to publicly disown court case against Fayemi. And finally, IPOB, DSS releases Abaribe, all on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Yeah, the Plateau killing seems to be making all the headlines this morning.
Yes.
On the cover of the Vanguard, we have death toll, now 135 as Buhari visits Plateau. Oshibajo warns against religious war. Plateau CP removed, redeployed to force headquarters. Shehu Sani wants victims of mindless killings buried close to Aso Rock. Arrest leadership of Miyetti Allah now, Governor Otom says. Also on the cover of the Vanguard, we have Oshomole assumes office, says Obasanjo must return $16 billion power funds or face trial. And Union 6, Buhari's intervention as another Nigerian is killed in South Africa. Also on the cover of the Vanguard, we have Naira depreciates to 360 Naira per dollar in parallel markets. And that's all on the cover of the Vanguard. And
we have complete sports here. Mikel, Royo's handball was a penalty. And Raw, we didn't have the luck to win, apparently. And gallant Eagles bow out. Marcus Royo returns to haunt Nigeria again. Okocha proud of Eagles despite elimination. And Enyama, win or lose, Naija forever. That's a good one there. Says better days will come for Eagles. And then for today's matches, Serbia versus Brazil. Neymar under pressure. And of course, a couple of other stories there that you will find on the cover of Complete Sports.
Okay, and on the cover of the New Telegraph, we have insecurity, threat to 2019 elections, says INEC. Commission registers 9.7 million new voters. And Afenifere, Nigerians must vote out APC. Buhari, don't blame me for headsmen killings. Governor, over 200 women, children die in Plateau attacks. CP redeployed. And also we have, finally, Oshomole to Buhari, probe Obasanjo, recover $16 billion power loots. And that's all on the cover of the New Telegraph.
All right. Well, that's about all that we can take on the newspaper headlines for this morning.
Yeah, it's time to go work those muscles. Over to the garden with the fitness.
Yeah, good morning everybody. My name is Michael and welcome once again. So today we are going to be hitting our core in a special way. I have 4 exercises lined up for you guys today. So the first one is Spider-Man climb. After Spider-Man climb, you do reverse lunges. After that, renegade rows, then bodyweight chops. So we are going to do 8 sets of each exercise. So each set, the first set, we are going to do 8 reps per side. So let's go. Spider-Man climb. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to reverse lunges now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That exercise is renegade rows. So for a push-up position, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you minimize the swinging of your hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do body weight chops, 8 per side. So from this position, You swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the second round, I'm going to do 7 reps each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Rest on the same thing, 7. 5. 3, 2, and 1. Renegade drills. 7 rests. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 reps of body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the next round, we're going to do 6 reps of each. That's 6 reps per side. The next round, 5 reps per side. So keep on counting down till we get to 2 reps per side. As you see, the workout is very, very good. I'm not only working my hard, I'm also giving myself the cardio workout too. Alright. So that's all we have for today.
Welcome to the garden. Now 2 weeks ago we were here to teach you about planting tomatoes in the garden here, and hopefully if you took all the instructions, your tomatoes should have started blooming and growing by now. Now today I still have here with me Oluwaseun Adetosoye, who's going to be teaching us how to plant peppers, right?
Yeah.
All right, so tell us what you're going to do for us today.
All right, good morning. I'll be teaching you how to plant your Scotch bonnet, which is the same thing as
Scotch bonnet.
Atarodo. You know, we all know it as Atarodo.
Yeah.
And we have different varieties in the market. We have the yellow, we have the red. So I'll be teaching you how to plant. The yellow one is also known as Cameroon pepper, while the red one is the, the very familiar one we eat in our homes. I planted this February this year, and I've harvested twice from this.
Just a small plant you've harvested twice?
Yes.
Oh wow, excellent. So you can plant this in your home and just harvest peppers?
Yes, you can plant this at home in pots. If you don't have space, like we said the other time, you can use your pot or your bucket, and then you go ahead and just eat from
Very nice. So this here is an Atarodo plant?
Yes, please.
Okay, so tell us how we start.
All right, we're going to start. The last time I came on board, we spoke about having your soil, which is your loamy soil. And I'm going to start with the... All right, thank you.
This is your left hand?
Yes. Okay.
The right one here.
So I'm going to start with the nursery. I'll start with the nursery now. And remember, we don't need too much sunlight when we're starting with the nursery. Also remember, I used disposable cups last time, but this time I'm using a recycled PET bottle.
Okay, and just cut the top of the PET bottle.
Yes, just cut the top and then perforate the side and the underneath to allow excess water to drain out. Okay. Which I have done already.
So why do you want to start with start small like this?
Okay, I'm making my seedlings.
Oh right,
and
okay.
I do not need too much sunlight for this. I need to keep it in a dark environment.
For it to bloom.
For it to bloom.
Oh, right.
And after a while, after about 1 month, I will transplant. So I'll be showing you how we do that. I mean, I'm going to be talking on that later. So we're going to start. I have my sand already mixed loamy soil in here.
And this is just regular sand that you can...
Yes, I have worms. I don't know if the camera can pick this, which is very healthy for the soil. It shows that my soil is healthy. So I have worms in my soil.
And worms help to
aerate the soil.
Yeah, get
it's
some
very
air in
good.
there. And,
yes.
Okay, that's good.
So I have my soil in here. Wet. The soil is a bit wet. So which is just perfect for us. And then I have my seed. Remember, we are planting 2 varieties.
Right.
So we are planting the Cameroon pepper as well as the red.
Okay,
Can I
so you
have
want to
this?
put some...
Yes. So I guess you're going to be planting one
yeah,
variety.
so I was hoping to do one myself.
Okay.
So.
If you're going to do that, don't worry, you don't need the gloves.
Oh, okay.
So I have my worms. Wow.
So we have to try and get some worms in there, but even without the worms, you can still, do your
do your nursery. So you're planting this, the regular one, just put in some few seeds.
I should just drop it on top?
Yes, just drop it on top. And then I'm also planting...
So I'm not sure if the camera is getting the seeds here.
Okay, can you just...
They're pretty tiny.
Very tiny. And then I got the seeds from my kitchen at home, so you don't even have to spend money buying.
So that's from the same ones you harvested here?
Yes.
So you just cut them out?
I just cut them out and don't just dry them. Yes, that was what I did. So I'll just sprinkle a few. So I'm planting the Cameroon variety. That's the yellow one.
So this is the yellow pepper. This is the regular
red. Yeah, the
red
regular.
That we see in the market. Okay.
So we have just.
So you can drop as many as possible. Or...
Yes, but not too much. All right.
So I have a few here, about 10 of them.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. All right. So remember our recycled can. I said we can use this to water a nursery, but I have this as well. You can have your PET bottle, just pierce the top, but I have something on top that I use in my garden. So
okay, so
I'm wetting this.
Turn it for people to see what we're doing.
So I'm wetting this, and then I'm going to fill it up with more soil.
So you cover it after you wet it?
Yes. No, I can cover it. I mean, I can wet after covering. I can also wet before. Either or.
Okay.
All right.
So this is the yellow atarodo covered. The seeds are covered, and then
as well as the red atarodo.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So in another 1 month, I mean, I should be transplanted.
So you can leave this in the house, indoors, just as they are like this.
Yes, you can leave it indoors or in a very dark, cool environment.
Cool and dark environment for 1 month.
Yes.
And then your atarodo starts growing.
And don't forget to keep watering.
So what do I do after 1 month?
I'll transplant into a bigger pot.
So you then transfer into the bigger pot.
Yes.
And okay, so this is from February.
Yes.
And you have harvested twice from
Yes, I have.
Amazing. Amazing. Wow.
Yeah, in these days of scarcity of pepper.
Scarcity, and I'm hearing that tomatoes are also very expensive.
Yes, and I'm enjoying.
For those who planted tomatoes a few weeks ago, they should send us pictures and see how you're making progress with it. Now, if you're having challenges as well, I'm sure Shion will be able to provide some advice for you on what to do. Okay, so how do I get in touch with you? Are you on social media? You're teaching us how to do.
Yes.
So people following you can also ask questions as well.
I'm on Instagram, Farm Tour 2016.
Farm
Tour 2016. As well as on Twitter, Farm Tour 16.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook, iSouls Farm Tours.
Okay, so once people follow you, they can ask questions directly.
Exactly, they can ask questions.
Now, we're just going to go over this one more time before we take a break now.
Right.
So we started with a little bit of soil, loamy soil, in these recycled PET bottles that you cut in half and pierced to ensure that water goes out. And then we use them dry peppers, right? So just go ahead and tell us what else.
All right, we have the loamy soil in here. You know, like you said, we started with the recycled PET bottle, cut and then pierced underneath as well as sideways. You have to make sure you do that to allow excess water to drain out from it.
Yeah.
And then I have my loamy soil as well as my seed from my kitchen. I didn't have to spend money.
Tiny little seeds. You don't need too many.
I didn't have to spend money. I mean, you can get the seeds from 1 or 2 balls of the pepper of your Scotch bonnet.
Right.
And so we put the soil in here, put the seeds on top, and then wet the nursery.
Yeah.
We call this nursery.
Okay, so this is the nursery, and then you store in a dark, cool place
yes,
for
1 month. Yes.
And then after that, you transfer to a bigger pot.
A bigger pot, yeah.
So can I transfer to a pot that is smaller than this, but not necessarily this size? Because it looks like, you know, different people have different sizes.
Yes, we used the last time I came in here, I have I brought in a 5 liter bucket. Yeah. Like a paint bucket.
Okay, so you can put it in the paint bucket as well.
Yes, you can use that.
Okay, so anywhere, I can store this anywhere in the house? Like
yes,
in a
please.
Small store?
No, you can put it maybe on your kitchen sill.
Okay.
You know, at least a little bit of sunlight, not too much. And a little
bit of air as well.
And a little bit of air. So
okay, so if I'm having problems, for instance, maybe I've done this, and how many days will it take for me to start seeing it sprout?
About 7, depending on your soil. Really, it actually depends on the type of soil you used.
Okay.
You know, anytime from between 7 to 10 days, I mean, you should see something coming up.
Yeah, because I remember when we were smaller, when you put a corn seed in the soil, you go there every day to see whether it's sprouted, and it just never happens, and you're wondering what's going on. And I did the same thing with lots of fruits as well, like oranges and apples, and I just keep wondering, why isn't this
in
sprouting?
another 7-10 days we shall see.
Okay, so after like 10 days it starts sprouting?
It should, depending on your soil. It actually depends on your soil.
Very nice, very nice. So it looks like we're just about done here. So yellow peppers, that's yellow Cameroon peppers, that's what you call it, or yellow atarodo, and then yellow
and the red
Scotch
bonnet. Yes, Yorubas call it atarodo.
Excellent, well done, well done. So it looks like things are taking shape here, and what next are we going to be doing after today? So we've done tomatoes, we've done atarodo. So what's going to be the next one? How long will it take for the tomatoes, for me to be able to harvest my tomatoes that I planted 2 weeks ago?
3 months.
3 months?
In another 3 months, might take.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago is remaining 10 weeks now for me to go.
To be able to harvest.
Okay, so are there any, so once it starts growing, what do I need to do to ensure that it's I get the best out of the plant?
Okay, now the first tomato I planted at home, I discovered that I had flowers all over. I was excited, but I never got the fruits. So I, you know, and so many people had that challenge. Yeah. Now, because we don't have bees around to help us to pollinate, so what I would advise that if you have that challenge, just shake off the flowers, self-pollination, that's what we call it, and see if it will germinate. But in some instances or some cases, you might have deficiency in the soil.
So we need to augment.
So you might need to apply fertilizers. You know, we have what we call nitrogen, your phosphorus. So you might just need to apply fertilizers on the plant.
Thanks so much, Seun, for all of this, and hopefully we're going to be having gardens rising all over Lagos.
Edible gardens.
Edible gardens. And please send us pictures once it starts sprouting. Send us pictures on social media. And of course, get in touch with Seun as well, and she can give you some more advice on what you should do. Well, that's about all that we could take in the garden today. Hopefully, in another 2 weeks, we'll see what kind of progress that we have made right here. We'll take a break now and we'll be back more for Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome back. It was nice going to the garden just now and just basically loosening up and ensuring that we learn how to plant our atarodo. Now, we want to talk about wellness and achieving optimum wellness, which is really, really important in 2018. And we know how all these kind of challenges that can occur when you don't pay attention to your health. Now, before that discussion, we're going to go to the kitchen and find out what MM has been up to.
All right, thank you very much. Finally, our chef has arrived, Chef Larry of Afro Kitchen. Hello, Chef Larry.
Hi, good morning.
So I can imagine you're stuck in some serious traffic.
Yeah.
Good to have you finally here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so quickly, let's talk. While we are talking about what you're making, let's display our ingredients. So what exactly are we making? What do you need me to help you out with?
So I'm making my soya barbecue, my signature soya barbecue wings.
Signature barbecue.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
nice.
Teriyaki wings.
Teriyaki wings. Okay, so what are we making use of? Do you need to take this out of the nylon?
Yeah, I can put them out of the bags.
Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients quickly. What are we? How do we achieve this? barbecue?
Okay, this soya barbecue, basically, I work with ginger, garlic,
okay,
soya pepper,
okay,
and my signature barbecue sauce.
Oh, all right. So I'm guessing that you marinated this overnight.
Yes, overnight,
okay.
Yeah. I do that always.
Okay. This is quite a mouthful this morning. Yeah. So you're teaching us basically how to make our own barbecue.
Yes.
You know, suya, chicken, whatever. It depends on what exactly we want to use. Okay. So what else? What are ingredients?
Like there's rosemary in this as well.
Okay.
Rosemary, there's basil, there's ginger, there's garlic.
Okay.
Then.
What's in here?
Teriyaki. Teriyaki is Japanese. It's Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Japanese origin. So what goes in this is orange, sugar, lots of soy sauce.
Ooh, orange and sugar. Wow.
Yeah, spring onions, green onions, and ginger.
Wow. So where's this juice coming from?
This is the marinade.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm done grilling,
okay,
I'm going to baste it in the marinade.
Okay. So we have our oven on because we've been awaiting your arrival. We know we're definitely going to make use of the oven. Yeah, I know, right? You're very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Okay. So in here we have teriyaki wings, but you could definitely use any kind of chicken that you want, so it depends, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
So what's next? Because I'm pretty excited about this meal. Yeah. What do you need? Just let me know what.
All we have to do now is just throw them in the oven.
In the oven,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. So we're making use of onions, pepper.
No, all that is
in there already.
Okay. That's been done already.
All right. So our oven isn't hot enough yet. I'm just gonna put it on. Yeah. So just in case you're just joining us, so yeah, it's like on the highest, so that you know get the oven working. Okay, so just in case you're just joining us, we are making
suya barbecue and teriyaki wings.
Suya barbecue and teriyaki wings, and we have Chef Lanre who's making his debut on the show, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So before we, I'm sure hopefully when we return from Yomi's discussion about health, our chicken barbecue teriyaki will be ready. Over to you, Yomi.
All right, thanks so much, Things are looking good in the kitchen there. So we are talking about achieving optimal wellness, and Sheson Kareem is here with me to talk about this. Now, it's good to have you join us today.
Good morning.
So talking about optimal wellness, sometimes we have all sorts of wellness experts, talking on social media, and now everybody has something to say. But let's start from the beginning. What would we refer to as optimal wellness?
According to National Wellness Institute, the authority for wellness, wellness is defined as a conscious, self-directed, and evolving process of achieving full potentials.
So full potentials. So it's something that you do consciously to achieve your full potential.
In other words, it has to be a deliberate effort. Second, then it has to be a personal effort. Then it is an ongoing event. It's not a day job, it is a daily job.
So talking about full potential is therefore not just your health.
No,
it's now like
when we are
total well-being.
When we are talking of wellness, we have 8 dimensions of wellness, and physical wellness just one out of the 8 dimensions.
Oh wow!
So it is encompassing. It's a lifestyle. It's how can you be able to live a healthy and a fulfilling life. So when we are talking of wellness, it has more to do about how can you program your body, your mind, your spirit, so that you can operate in your best interest, so that you can become the best and strive hard to become better and better on a daily basis.
I like the direction that you're going with this, because a lot of people, when you talk about health or when you talk about wellness, all they're thinking about is, I'm not sick, I don't have a headache, and no pains in my body, so I can get up and go. But increasingly, we're realizing that mental health is important. Your general well-being, and whether you're happy or sad and things like that, all have a role to play in our general health and well-being. So tell us more about that.
So when we are talking of wellness, we have 8 dimensions. I say physical wellness, that is to have a healthy body, and then to be able to protect yourself against disease or infirmity. Then we have what we call occupational wellness. It's finding fulfillment in what you do, knowing that your contribution matters, not just to your workforce, but to the entire society. We also have what we call intellectual wellness, is to be open to new ideas, new learning, is to keep improving yourself, keep finding ways to improve your fountain of knowledge. We also have what we call social awareness, is experiencing a satisfying, fulfilling relationship with yourself and with others, whether intimates or friends. We also have what we call spiritual awareness, and this has to do with your values, with your moral, your ethics, and having a connection with a divine being as a human spirit is a supreme spirit. And we also have what we call emotional awareness. It's understanding how you feel and understanding that emotion determines our emotion and how you feel dictates what you do.
Wow.
Then we also have what we call environmental awareness. Is to understand that your actions and inactions affect your environment, just like your environment affects who you are, because we are programmed by our environment. And finally, we have financial awareness, because money plays key role in people's happiness.
In fact, that's the main thing.
In fact, 5% of people's frustration comes with money. Worry about I don't have enough, or worry about I have enough, I don't want to lose it. Those are the things that has to do when we call to wellness. So it is encompassing. It's a lifestyle.
I like the direction that this discussion is going, because it's opening my mind, and I'm sure the minds of many others, to many dimensions about wellness. And it's not just about how I feel physically. It's also, you know, mental, and also maybe even deeper things like spiritual things as well. But let's talk about external factors, because sometimes what you find is that even though you have tried to control your immediate environment, you've tried to control your mind and what your mind takes in and all of that, and you've also tried to control, to a large extent, your body. Maybe you exercise and you do everything that you're supposed to do. But the larger environment, the news that you hear or that you watch on TV, things that occur, pollution, things like that. How do you manage wellness with when you put into consideration the larger environment that you cannot necessarily control?
I think the ultimate responsibility for us is to manage this. Because life happens based on our personal experience. In other words, I'm not seeing through my eyes, I'm seeing with my eyes. In other words, you can't detect what will happen, the economy, the weather, what your friends will do, what your boss will do. What you can program is how are you going to respond, not to react.
Right.
So our major job is to face this. And when you look at our world, we face everything. The comfort and conveniences we are experiencing right now is far, far than the kings and the nobles in the 19th century. And the truth of the matter is this: as a human being, we have little power to determine what will happen in the environment. But if we fix this, everything will be fine. If we program this, so that even if we are experiencing challenges, we know how to be able to program ourselves to respond and to do the right thing. Because your environment shapes you, but you also shapes your environment. And it's better to concentrate on what you have 100% ability to than what you have less than 10%.
All right, so it's from inside out then. So our responses should always be from inside out, and not, it shouldn't be a reaction to something that has already occurred.
A practical experience. We have two people that experience the same hardship of life. After 5 years, one became very successful. The other person is trying to commit suicide. The same life experiences, but different response, different reaction. So the environment, yes, we should try, but most importantly, we should fix this. And that is where wellness comes in, so that we can have a balance in all these 8 dimensions. Because some people can have physical wellness and they are suffering from emotional awareness. Some, they achieve financial awareness, but they don't have social awareness. So our challenge every day is to create harmony, a congruence, a balance between these 8 dimensions, so that life can happen to us instead of we struggling in life or suffering.
Wow, thank you so much, wellness expert Sheson Karim, talking about wellness and achieving that harmonious level of wellness in every aspect of our lives. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break now, and of course we'll be back for the second half of Wake Up Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. Well, top of the morning to you, beautiful people. We have been hard at work, brightening up your morning, and there's still more to come. This is Wake Up Nigeria. You know we always deliver. We're live right now on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can look us up on TVC Connect. Now for comments, you're already sending in your comments. Send in more comments. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria. I'm Yomi Owope. TT is a little bit under the weather. Hopefully she'll join us again tomorrow morning. I hope that she's all curled up in bed and warm right now, having coffee, or whatever she's doing. Anyway, so we are going to be having a great show next hour. And first, we're going to be having a World Cup update for you. It's the biggest global event right now, and everyone is involved. Men, women, everybody's on top of the World Cup. Now, following that, we have Mike, who's going to be reading social media comments and reactions, and hopefully you're going to get a gift pack from Power Oil today if you answer the questions correctly. If you're thinking of a service where you can get professionals to hire, V-Connect always has you covered, and their representatives will join us for a chat in a little bit. All right, guys, so did you guys watch the DIY I was doing, the garden earlier?
Yeah. I think it's very, very important that we learn this little, tips to help our, feeding process, basically, because, I mean, tomato in the market right now is very expensive.
I heard like 2 tomatoes are like 1,000 naira.
I'm telling you, it's not a joke.
But the thing is that tomatoes is cultivated in the north, right?
Yeah.
Is there special? Is there a reason why we don't have so much of tomato being cultivated in the south?
I guess maybe it's just the land.
Or
really.
the west? Yes, the land, exactly. That's one thing I was saying, because the land, so if you're trying to do something that the land is not suited to carry, it might be a problem, especially tomatoes. Tomatoes. Yeah.
It's very strange because growing up, it was something that we all did. I don't know if you guys planted something.
There was water leaf. I know one thing that we planted that we ate was water leaf.
Water leaf. I know I planted corn. Yeah.
There was corn, yes, I know. And it was kind of cute. It was kind of cool where you have a garden bed, and I knew how to, stick and all that. It was cool.
And it looks like it's something that we're losing because everybody now has concretized compounds. Everything is
exactly that is it.
Everything is concretized. There's no area around the house where you can
tiles everywhere. So and now it's like a prerequisite for a lot of people. If your compound is not tiled, I'm not going to stay there. If your compound is not tiled, inspection for, even if it's a commercial compound, it has to be tiled, because maybe they don't want to do inspection. They expect that tile means clean.
Yeah, but
in my house we had trees, like where I grew up. There were trees.
Yeah,
like,
but
in the
then
compound.
keeping the rodents away is usually a problem if the house is not tarred, because there you have grasses growing, and then you have to deal with rodents,
and snakes
and all that. So you just want to
catch the snake and chop it
and roast it. All right, we have to go to the news now. Busalam is on standby for us.
All right. Thank you, Yomi. The police said the death toll in the deadly attack on villages in Plateau State has risen to 100. Former Commissioner of Police in Plateau State gave the official figure before handing over. He has been replaced by Bala Chiroma, whose appointment was announced yesterday. The new figure from the police comes 3 days after herdsmen attacked 7 villages in Brinkinladi, local government area of the state. Locals insist the death toll is way above 100. President Buhari has visited Plateau State to commiserate with the people. His new media aide, Hamid Bashir, sent out the tweet hours after his plane touched down. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was in the state on Monday, where he urged everyone to work for peace. A non-governmental organization has described the arrest of the former governor of Benue State, Dr. Gabriel Suswam, as unlawful and the breach of his fundamental human rights. Suswam was arrested and has been detained since June 2018 by the Department of State Security Services after he reported in honor of an invitation extended to him. Is accused of sponsoring the incessant killings in Benue State and said to be in contact with Mr. Sagaya Weze, a wanted fugitive by the Nigerian police. Ahead of 2019 general elections, a political pressure group in Adamawa State under the banner of the All Progressives Congress movement known as Black Cap has urged former EFCC boss Malam Nuhu Ribadu to step out and contest the Adamawa governorship seat. Members of the movement comprises supporters of former Governor Murtala Nyako, Lawal Babachil, who played with Ribadu and is a resident in Yola, to come together and work for undefeated in the general election. Spokesman of the group, Alhaji Sajo Amda, insisted that Ribadu needed to step out to replace the incumbent Governor Jibrila Bindao, whose performance he described as below standard and poor representation of APC. Also speaking, a leading member of the group, Alhaji Dan Arrow, said that their request for Ribadu to step out was a popular demand from party members who wished the best for the party in 2019. Responding, Ribadu thanked them for the confidence reposed in him and assured that he was committed to good governance in Adamawa, while noting his role as a founding member of the APC. Ribadu said that his administration in the state of poor performance, despite receiving about 300 billion naira. And that's the news update. We're going to take a weather update right now, and it will be back to Yomi for the rest of the program.
Larry. Okay, hello, Larry. How are we doing?
We're good, we're good.
Yeah. So just tell us, what are we making? We need to remind our viewers, especially for those of us, those just joining us.
Well, we're making Seya barbecue.
Okay.
And teriyaki.
Yeah.
So the Seya barbecue.
So people really need to understand what teriyaki means, so please let us know.
It really means cooking on an open grill, basically.
Okay.
It's a Japanese origin.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to be, right now I'm boiling the potatoes for the side for the teriyaki. I'm going to brown the potatoes when I'm done boiling.
Okay.
Then I'm going to cut up the onions to make onion rings to go with the Seya barbecue.
Okay, so let's quickly talk about how you marinated the chicken and teriyaki.
Basically, you get the chicken, clean it up, cut it up. Then I just put my spices, peppers, ginger, garlic, rosemary, basil.
Okay. It depends on your flavor.
Yeah, it just depends. Depends on what you want to work with.
Yeah. And then you mentioned orange earlier.
Yeah, there's orange in the teriyaki as well.
So what does the orange actually do for this?
It helps blend the flavors together.
Can you use lemon? Is lemon a good alternative?
You can use lemon, but lemon is quite acidic. Orange is a lot sweeter than lemon.
Oh, but
if you're going to use lemon, you have to use it in very little quantity.
Then we have a lot. I watch some of this, food shows, and everybody uses lemon.
Yeah, lemon.
Like I'm like, what's it with lemon?
Like lemon is, like you really can't cook some things without lemon. Like lemon is just, it's like gold, like olive oil.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So our potatoes, what exactly are we doing with our potatoes? What do they serve as for this meal? The
side for the teriyaki, like I said earlier. Okay. I'm going to boil the potatoes when they're done. When they're cooked, I'm going to put them in the pan and brown them in butter and coriander.
Okay. I know that we didn't get to show our viewers how we're grilling our chicken and our teriyaki, especially for those who really do not know how to, grill. So can you take us through that process? What exactly do you need to do? How hot do you need your oven to be?
It depends on what you're grilling, but since we're working with chicken today, chicken doesn't need so much heat.
Oh.
If you're working with an oven, all you need to do is just preheat the oven, make it hot enough. Once you're done with the chicken, you marinate your chicken, just throw it in the oven. Leave it for 10 minutes, flip on the other side, 10 minutes.
So how do you know it's ready? How do you know your chicken is ready?
The color of the flesh.
Okay, so you have to keep checking.
Yeah, it moves from pink. No, you don't even have to tear it up.
Okay.
Like when it's raw, it's pink. When it's cooked, it's white.
White, okay. All right.
So you can tell from that.
Yeah, and
or
then
you can use a meat thermometer.
Okay, and I also saw you oiling, the pan earlier on.
Yeah, so it doesn't stick. Yeah, that's what the oil is for, so it doesn't stick.
Sorry, I'm not an oven
it's fine.
Anything that goes into the oven is just not my thing. I really don't know why. I guess it's just something I grew up with, basically. So I'm always trying to be very, very, it's important for me to understand the process if we're working with an oven. How I'm going to get it done? How do I want so that it doesn't burn?
Yeah, I get it.
Because you don't want to be serving with burnt chicken. All right, so what's next?
Yeah, so look in the oven right now, check on the chicken.
Yeah, and then I noticed that your marinade from the teriyaki is actually heating up in the pot. Why?
Yeah, I'm going to use it as a base for the teriyaki.
Sorry?
I'm going to use it as a base for the teriyaki.
What's the base?
It's just like a coating, just to cover the chicken.
You're so sophisticated. All this, coriander. Okay, I've actually heard of coriander. Yeah, basically, yeah. But then you have base. Okay.
We're going to base both of them actually.
Okay.
So the marinade for the teriyaki serves as the base.
Okay.
Then my barbecue sauce serves as the base for the Suya barbecue.
Oh, great. So why are you heating it up?
To thicken it. I'm trying to reduce it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So our potatoes seem to be taking a lot of time, basically. But yeah, I'm sure everybody can practically boil potatoes.
Yes.
So what other side dish can you use with, your barbecue?
You could just do regular fries. You could do a potato salad. You could do a coleslaw.
Okay.
Almost anything.
Plantain?
You could do plantain as well. You could do plantain. You could do yam fries.
Yam fries, finger foods, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we have onions right in front of us. I'm wondering, what are you going to do with this onion?
Yeah, I'm going to cut them up, then batter them, then fry. But I'm going to make a batter.
Okay, can we get to it so that people can understand what butter is? You need a knife.
Yes,
I could help you with a knife. Okay, so I hope this.
I think this will work.
Okay.
You have a bigger one.
Oh, a bigger knife. Oh, yeah, we have a bigger knife. So whilst you're working on our onion rings, if you need me to chop some for you, I can. I'm very good at chopping onions. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, Yomi and Mike will give you updates on the Russia World Cup. Stay with us because Nigeria continues in a bit.
Market by VConnect is an online mall that provides a platform for qualified service professionals to find and connect with customers. The management of the company say they are committed to making meaningful impact through continuous innovation to meet the dynamic needs of SMEs and empower users by creating a system that delivers better value through easily accessible information and connection with the right service businesses.
VConnect is a platform where users come with their service projects in mind. So when you are looking for a POP provider or a landscaper or an interior decorator or someone to help you with your office work like branding, printing, you come on the platform with your need, provide your details of the requirement, and we help you get trusted professionals to get your work done. 3 categories that we provide. So home improvement is the first category, office services like branding and others is the second category, and personal services like fitness, beauty is the third category.
We urge businesses to be on our platform. See, it's not always about transacting, but it's about being there. It's not about having a paid subscription on our platform, but even when users search you, you should be available on the online space for them to find you.
In an effort to finding a reliable service provider in the industry, VConnect has created a way of ensuring trust between service professionals and customers on the platform.
The one key thing that people look for is who is the right professional that I can trust, who is someone that I'm willing to open the doors of my house to and let him come in and provide a service. And we're looking at how we can do that. So by getting these professionals to verify their personal identities, their national identity cards, and getting them to take a pledge on the platform that the service they provide, they do so with utmost quality.
When you're doing this verification, it's basically there to a certain trusted level of that particular business. So we have different levels there. You have a trusted business, you have an expert business. It's based on the amount of information we have about you. And then, like we said, we do that for the businesses and we also do it for the users also. So that way you have a two-way trust. You have the trusted user coming to me with a trusted business.
Users of the application share their testimonies.
It's open, it's accountable, it's transparent, and it's there. So even me as an SME, what I would want to do is to make sure that I get people to the platform and I deliver the best of the services.
It gives you access to an online audience. And I don't know if anybody needs to be told that the future is digital. Most of the sales you will see in the next maybe 1, 2, 3 years will all be online.
VConnect also awarded their top-rated professionals for an outstanding performance with the Expert Badge. 40 businesses took the pledge at the Business Summit with the promise to service customers and users on VConnect with utmost sincerity, professionalism, and quality service.
VConnect for quality.
Welcome back. Now, we just saw a report about VConnect and what they do. And usually, service providers, some of them, use Facebook, Instagram to advertise what they do. But sometimes it could be difficult to find your customer. For instance, if you repair phones, how do you target or how do you find people that that have broken phones, for instance? That's one of the things that we want to talk about, how VConnect can help you solve some of these issues, advertising and targeting your market. Now, first, this morning I have here joining me Mr. Yinka Adebayo, who's a representative of VConnect, and also the founder himself, Mr. Deepak Rustiji. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Now, VConnect, there's something unique about VConnect, especially in targeting the markets. Can you tell us about this uniqueness?
So VConnect is a platform that enables users in their day-to-day lives to get their work done, to get their service professionals done. Today, the life is getting more and more engrossed, hectic, busy. You work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And if you have a leakage, a plumbing problem, or a carpet to be installed, or a door which is not fixed, how do you actually find a reliable professional to get your things done? So VConnect as a platform is unique because it has reliable, verified professionals on board, collects the requirements of the users for the projects, and matches you with a reliable professional who can help you fix this requirement at the click of a button.
Oh, wow, this is excellent. So this is verifiable professional. So it's not just random people putting their names and their phone numbers online and saying, contact me if you want something fixed. So VConnect actually verifies these guys.
Totally. I think that is a very big gap in the market, the trust deficit. So there are professionals there and there are people who have the need. Professionals do not know who has the need and the users don't know who is a verified professional. So we are bridging this gap. We verify their identity documents, their bank account details, and their skill set before we bring them on our platform.
Oh, wow. Excellent. So how did you come up with this idea, though? Because it looks like something that has just been a low-hanging fruit that nobody thought about, and then suddenly this idea is
I think it's quite unfortunate. In a country of a population of 190 million people, for us to keep crying, to say, look, there's no business, there's no business. The business is always in there. That's always been there. It's just for people to work smartly. It's not how hard you work, but how smart. And that smartness is what VConnect has done by providing a convergence point where the seller, where those who provide the service are able to meet with those who need the service and ensure that we have a smooth sale, really. You see, in this economy right now, there are a couple of people, while some people are closing shop, 1,001 others are actually opening shop. Some people are crying that the economy is bad, but some people are smiling their ways to the bank. So what VConnect has done is to say, hey, there are 1,001 people out there who require that service that you provide. So why sitting down and sulking to say, hey, there is no business, go onto that platform, let people know what is required, and you'll be shocked. We've opened that platform. We have over 1.2 million businesses registered there are able to offer service. And every day, people keep logging onto our platform to say, hey, I require people. A classical case for us was really at 9 Hope now. Just about when the World Cup was about to start, we have people logging on saying, look, their pay platform, DSTV or StarTime platform, they've not been able to connect it, or they have connection problem. The question is, there are technicians out there who are seated in DSTV or StarTime office waiting to be engaged. And there are people out there who are crying to say, look, So VConnect has now provided a platform where those who need the service are able to say, hey, today I require somebody to come and help me fix this. And in a matter of 10 minutes, they are able to give you 3 options.
So connecting you with the closest service provider to you, which is one of the most important things.
All you need to do is just to call them, engage them, and negotiate with them. And once you engage, you are sure of the fact that those people being put forward by VConnect are verified, credible, and of course, they are professionals.
I wanted to go back there again because this is one of the biggest issues, especially when you live in a city like Lagos.
Totally.
Letting people into your home. You know, it's a thorny area that people are very, very careful about. So just seeing a phone number and calling the person and then saying, oh, I live on number 50 on this street. You know, it's a bit dicey. Yeah, which is why, you know, VConnect has to tell us now how you are able to know that this guy you're sending into my house is the right, especially if I'm not at home and it's just my wife. You know, how do I ensure that this guy that's going in there, that's going to do the work, is the right person and is verified and credible?
Totally. So I think we have been in this market for the last 7 years. We have a close connection with the service professionals and understand which service professional is right, is good at the work that they do. So in the last 1 year, what we have done is, instead of having the large quantity of businesses, we have focused on the quality of businesses. We have asked them to upload the identity documents. We have asked them to upload their skill set verification and also references from their existing customers. Based on that, we have chosen the businesses who are the right quality of businesses and are conscious about the service that they deliver to their customers. This has enabled us to bring less but right quality verified businesses onto the platform. So we have a VConnect guarantee which enables us to back the businesses who are on our platform.
Oh, I like that. I mean, it's really, really important because I know that people watching are asking questions. Okay, so I just go on the website. So I'm understanding now. So for the service provider, I like what you said, Mr. Adebayo, when you said that there's a lot of people at home who are not doing much, but they have a skill. So now you're here, you're talking to us about VConnect. So I'm a service provider. Maybe I'm a graphic artist, or I'm a plumber, or I'm an electrician, or whatever it is. How do I get on this platform?
Yeah, all you need to do is just to log on to check the website, market.vconnect.com. You see all the processes in that you can follow. And if you need to make inquiry, you can actually contact us through info@vconnect.com. The essence of it is that we have cases where you have stages that you go through because we need to verify you, we need to certify you. Part of the activity that we had on Saturday was for you to take the pledge to say, here, you see, it's not just about delivering service. You need to deliver quality service. And that's one thing that's been absent. It's really an aberration for us to sit with our population and we keep talking and keep crying to say, hey, business is... as we said, part of our advice is that don't say market no day. Is it that you are not in the market? And in life, if your presence is not felt, your absence will not be missed.
So really, it's about getting your presence out there, letting people know that you do something. And it's not just about people in your immediate environment. When you go online, you know, there are many opportunities that can then come up.
And with technology these days, there are a couple of services that you can actually provide, even in the comfort of your home, and deliver the service, and your account get credited once the customer is satisfied with the quality and with the value and quality that has been received for you. So people, I think it's high time that we need to ensure that the technology we have at our disposal right now, we put it into good use. Technology itself is not bad. It is the means to which people use it. So beyond just taking snappy, taking selfie and all of that, let's use this constructively and be able to get ourselves meaningfully I'm really
liking this discussion because, you know, just yesterday you heard in the news about high unemployment and all of that. And we have lots of young people, able-bodied, who have the skills and that can now get the opportunity to be verified and to earn some money. It's amazing. So talk to us more about some of the benefits that professionals can also get from registering on the platform.
So I think one of the benefits professionals get is getting the right quality of visibility. We have upwards of 100,000 users coming on the platform on a daily basis. So if you are there, you get the right visibility. But online economy is all about, you know, making that trust being visible. So I would request what all SMEs can get on the VConnect platform is they can get trusted by new customers. if I already know you, I will continue to do business. But whenever it is time for me to acquire whenever it's time for me to deal with a new business, it is very important for me to trust him. So WeConnect does the verification, and everyone knows every business on WeConnect is going to be trusted. Like Inka mentioned that on Saturday we conducted an event, and we have announced out that in the next 2 months' time, all the unverified businesses from our platform will be removed. If you are not verified, you won't be on our platform. So quality is key and the most important thing. So if you are on our platform, it will be easy for people to trust you, and I think that is essential.
Excellent. I mean, trust is the main thing, especially when you live in these parts. Trust and, of course, quality of service, which are the two things that you're emphasizing on vconnect.com. Excellent. So if you're a young person, this is your opportunity. Go to vconnect.com and find out how you can start earning some good money for the rest of the year, especially as we're coming to the end of the first half. So second half might be looking good for some of our young people out there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I don't know if you guys are hungry and if you've been perceiving the aroma in the air, but we're going to be going to the kitchen now if you guys are ready.
Looking forward to it.
So,
thank you.
Join me, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just this way.
Sure.
Wow. I can see smiling.
Yeah.
It looks like...
because I love what I'm looking at. Good morning, sirs.
Please have a seat.
You're welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
And we have here Chef Lanre, and Chef Lanre made us barbecue chicken and teriyaki this morning.
This is Ipanka and Mr. Yinka there.
You're welcome, sirs.
Nice to see you, Larry.
All right. So, Larry, quickly take us through this recipe once again.
So this is the Sia barbecue, this is the teriyaki. Teriyaki looks darker because of the soy sauce in it.
Okay, nice, nice. Yeah. This is what?
Teriyaki.
Yeah.
Teriyaki.
Yes,
I'm sure Mr. D.
Oh, Japanese.
Yeah, he'll be very familiar with this. Wow. So you could have this, sir.
Wow. That's the Sia barbecue. It's a signature recipe.
You have your,
I think we have some color.
Just in case you want to use your hand or your...
I think I'll go ahead and use my hand.
Okay, you can just have a taste then.
Totally.
All right, so I think we're just about done with the show. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us, and to our chef and everybody who participated on the show today. Mike doesn't have anything he's doing. It looks like they've moved away all the chicken from you. All right, a big thank you to our friends at Tahumdi NG and, of course, for Last Place for styling our hair. And a big thank you again to everyone who's participated on the show and all our guests. And we'll be back again tomorrow.
Yeah, you could also check out the recipe online.
Oh, yeah, check out this recipe online and keep the comments coming. Yeah. And, of course, we'll be back again tomorrow at 7 a.m. for another big show.
All right.